Welcome, Titano community. What a great day, right? What a crazy day to be an investor within Titano Finance. Where look at this, this is our second week. Shout out to Ali Jambro, real quick. Shout out to them. They sent me this Titano merch, and then right here we got a Titano coffee mug. So if you want to get your merch, again, Titano Finance does not have an official merchandise store or anything like that. Ali Jambro, hit him up on Discord. Yes, y'all listen to Tormax, one of our amazing moderators. Smash that like button. Yes, because in this live stream, in this podcast of Titan Talk, we're going to be going over all of the crazy stuff that we literally just launched back to back today. And then one more huge announcement that's going to be here within Titan Talk. So I encourage, we got 60 people watching right now. That's at least what I see. Oh, it just jumped to 85. Everybody that is watching right now, one, like the stream. Okay, just give it a like. It doesn't cost anything. Just a little tickle on that like button. Two, go to Discord, or if you're a Telegram user, go to Telegram, or both. If you really want to show your support, let everybody know to come on here, because I really want to make sure everybody right away gets this information. And then of course there will be a replay. So if you want to watch this, or if anybody needs to, if it's different time zones. But yes, Johnny said it. Johnny, another amazing person within the Discord community. Yes, another announcement. We're going to have one more big announcement. I know a lot of people has been tired of this soon. Well, today it's happening, right? Today has been a lot of stuff. So please make sure you go to Discord, make sure you go to Telegram, let everybody know. We got 116. It'd be great to get some all-time highs. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to get right into this Titan Talk. So what I like to tell everybody with starting off is what Titan Talk is and what it isn't. This is not a super 2-3 long hour AMA. This isn't some hype fest. This isn't anything like that. This is to deliver consistent news to you guys every single week with new developments, specific things the team is doing with their different parts of Titan Talk. We have Titan Focus, Titan News, quick stats, and then we obviously get into the quick stats. That's what this is not. It is not like, something where we just make this a super long live stream where nobody has time enough to watch. What this is just quick, consistent, to the point type of facts, updates, and things that is to provide you guys with a lot of information. So real quick, shout out to Wayne. I'm sure if everybody has been invested into Titano for at least a day, they know who Wayne is. Wayne is an amazing moderator within the Titano community on Discord, but he is also a website genius, a bot genius, a coding genius. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get right into Titan quick stats right here. Look at this. We got transitions now, baby. Boom. We're getting right into Titano quick stats. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to highlight titanchess.com. So if you are not familiar with that, one of our amazing moderators, Wayne, built it. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over here to Titan Chess. Titan Chess has everything that you need to know all on one website. You don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to go to BinanceScan.com or anything like that, right? So we have all this. We have the current price. So the current price right now is 0.58 cents. Okay, so we're almost getting to that 1 cent mark again with a current market cap of $30 million. The treasury has $7 million, RFV 2.4 million with 77,000 holders. Okay, and what is really cool? What's one really cool metric that I want you all to see this week as we talk about Titan Quick Stats is this one right here. Where's it at? Tokens burned. Okay, because you guys know that we've just launched Betswirl, and we're going to get into that within this Titan Talk. Look at this. It's up 59% of how many tokens burn. Look at this. So you click on any of these little charts, and it pops these. So see if I want to see total supply, if I want to see total burn, look at that. It pops up these charts. Look at this. Ever since we launched Betswirl, burns have been going through the absolute roof, okay? Because this just goes to show you, and we're going to get into all this on why this is and all that. But without further ado, we're going to bring John on. Everybody loves John, right? I love John, and we're going to have him come back on here, and we're going to talk about the specifics of everything that has been going on. So here we go. Welcome, John. Welcome to the stage. How you doing, my friend?
Hi there. Thank you so much. What a nice intro. I love you too.
Yeah.
Great to be back.
Absolutely. So let's just get right into it, because I know you're a busy guy. We got a lot of stuff to cover in a very short amount of time, right? So with Titan News, we're going to get a Titan News right now. So within Titan News, what is the overall developments that we have literally just launched today, right? Because usually in Titan News, we go over the span of a week, right? Of the past week of what Titano has been up to, the team and stuff like that. Well, a lot of the news is probably going to be comprised of today. So will you tell us a little bit about Betswirl and the lottery, and how these two things are really going to impact the project altogether as far as the progressing of moving forward with the project, helping the project health, everything like that.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be delighted. I mean, for those of you that have been here before and that have listened to the Titan Talks, we've talked about these two things that have been coming up. We've talked about it for a few weeks now, but finally today we've managed to launch both. We were hoping to get Betswirl online yesterday, but it didn't happen. Just some network clogging issues. So it wasn't our
Yeah.
fault. It wasn't Betswirl's issue, but it's finally launched today, and it is a really big thing for us. We've been looking forward to this moment. Betswirl is another project, another DeFi project, but they bring to us a whole range of chance games. So games of chance. It's, for those of us that like to throw the dice, to flip the coin, that's what we have on the site at the moment. But later they're developing more games. And the really key thing here is that you can use your Titano to play, and then a proportion of the they call it the what do they call it, the house fee will
Yeah,
be
the house
burned.
edge.
Yeah, the house edge will be burned. So if you lose the bet, a portion of that house edge will be burned. So I think it's 75%, right, of what
Yeah,
Titan
seventy five
takes.
percent.
And you're already seeing that just within the day in the Titan chest there, as you correctly pointed out. You can see on the chart at about 11:50, 11:30, you can start seeing the burns going up, and already we've burned a good close to 18 million tokens today, which is just incredible. So that's the power of Betswirl. This is what the guys really wanted to bring in. It is entertainment, right? But it's a use case, because it's really going to create a deflationary pressure on our token, which we really need.
Yeah.
The wonderful thing about, I think David talked about this in the last Titan Talk, but the wonderful thing about Titano is we have an inbuilt marketing tool. The APY, the Titano auto staking protocol, is an incredible marketing tool with this fixed, magnificent APY, but it is inflationary. So over time, the number of tokens increases, and now we're at stage 2, as David mentioned, and we're trying to stabilize the project, stabilize the protocol, and this requires more utility, and Betswirl brings that to us. I think we've talked about it before as well, but the reason we're going to all these partnerships is it's quicker, it's more effective, it's more
Yeah.
practical. Our devs are managing this huge, ginormous project already, and
Yeah.
we think of it like a modular home or a modular piece of equipment. We're going to go out there, we're going to plug things in to Titano that can really bring more people to the platform, people that want to play these games and also have the APY, right? They're going to come here because of this tap APY. Then they're going to realize there are other things to do here. They're going to realize their money is holding value over time, and it will do, because now we've got things that stabilize that price. So that's
John, real quick, because we're talking about the overall mechanics within what you said with the house edge and how much is allocated to be burned and stuff like that. We have one question from the audience that I would really like to. I know we usually, for everybody listening, please drop any and all questions you have, and we do a mini AMA session at the end where we pick around five to six questions. But we have one question that really relates to what you talked about, and one that I was going to ask anyways. And that is by Selected Investments. Shout out to them. Great YouTube channel, by the way. They said, Austin, can you clarify with John how it actually works with the house edge? Is it for every bet, or is it only the winning or only the losing bets as far as the amount of tokens being burned?
We actually have a infographic, so I'm going to link to that probably after the call, or I'll send it to you and we can link it
Yeah,
in.
absolutely.
But I believe it's for all the losing bets. So when the person plays the game, they're playing the dice game and they lose, there's a percentage which is taken out, and that's the house edge. Half of that goes to us, half of it goes to Betswirl, and of our half, I think it'll be
75%.
yes, 75% of that will be burned. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
it's on the losing bets.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I was kind of curious about that too, because I remember seeing the infographic you were talking about. But just to clarify, because I know probably other people kind of have that. And see, that's what's crazy, right? That's what's crazy is 75%. of the 50% that is distributed from the losing bets, it's already creating this crazy, crazy burn that we're seeing here, and that's just with one partnership, you know. So that's pretty cool to see just happening with one partnership.
Yes, and like I said, we're gonna post that infographic. I think it might even be on the website. If it's not, then we'll post it in the chats, and people can go over it, and we can
You
explain
said
things.
it's on Betswirl on the website.
I know we have our own, I think, as well,
Oh, you
which
have
is
your own. Okay, cool.
for Titano. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So we talked about Betswirl and how it impacts. What about lottery? Because we literally just dropped that bomb like what 2 hours ago
Yeah,
for
it's
for
crazy.
lottery.
I mean,
So
the
how is the lottery going to be working with Titano Play to really just help the overall health of the project?
devs have been working so hard. I know it's so difficult. Everyone hates that word now. Soon. But there are so many pieces that have to be lined up. Before you release something, you want to check it, double check it. You're working with other partners. You're bringing things together. And finally we got not just one thing today in Betswirl launched, but we also got the lottery out, which is wonderful. Again, all the information for the lottery is on the website in the docs, so you can go straight there, docs.titano.finance, and you can click on the lottery section. So whatever I say here, you can follow up there. But again, you got, I think it's 83% of the total. So whatever it's a $5 ticket, but let's say you buy multiple tickets, 83% of the total lottery ticket purchase amount, it goes into the prize pool. So 83% goes back to the prize pool, but
Got
then
you.
12% is burned. So that's a huge amount, right? And then 5% goes to the treasury, so that will support the projects and from further development, for marketing, etc. And that's very key. Sometimes people look at things and they say, "Oh, why is so much going to the treasury?" Well, firstly, it's only 5%.
Yeah.
12% is being burned, which is the far greater amount.
Of
But 5
every ticket, right? You said
of
12% of every.
every ticket amount, yes, of every ticket amount. So if it's $5, 12% of that will be burned. If someone buys 100 tickets, then $500, yeah, 12% of that will be burned. Now, the 5% that goes to treasury, that goes to marketing. So we want this, and this is kind of where Dave and I have really spoken a lot about it with the devs. We want this to be a DeFi-wide lottery, right? We want everyone to come and participate in this. So you go to the website, and it's not a Titano thing necessarily. You go to the website, you click on, at the top, it's very specifically, it says win, right? And you can play, you go to the games, or you can play the lottery. And that's what we want. We want everyone to come to this site and just play lottery. Just play. It's $5 a ticket. You can buy the tickets. It's very simple to buy, and immediately you're entered. And that's where we're going to market it, as a DeFi wide lottery, a crypto wide lottery.
And you can only buy the tickets with Titano, correct?
That's correct. Yeah. So that's
Gotcha.
why we're getting those buy and sell fees as well.
That is awesome. And then the final thing that I really wanted to highlight within Titano news, with both the lottery and the I'm blanking here, the Betswirl. Okay, hey, and by the way, we got 190 people watching, and I'm looking here at the stream. We only got 140 likes, so let's make sure everybody knows about this, and let's get to 200 watchers, right? So make sure, if you're in the Discord, if you're in the Telegram, make sure you drop this link, so that way everybody knows what we are talking about. All right. But the last thing I wanted to touch on with the news is let's like go back in time a couple weeks, right? When the DEX was first made. So this is where we can really see the power of the DEX, okay, the decentralized exchange in-house DEX. We don't have to rely on PancakeSwap anymore, where now everything is working symbiotically. I was literally just having a conversation with some people right before this was talking, right before we had this live stream here, and this is where I was talking about that now we really get to see the power of the DEX with both the lottery and Betswirl and all these other future utilities. That's why I asked you, how can we participate in the lottery? You have to buy a Titano ticket. How do you participate in Betswirl? You have to use your Titano, right? How do you get Titano? You come here to the in-house DEX that also contributes purchases to Burns, correct, John?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like this endless cycle of taking tokens out of the circulating supply through, first you have to buy Titano, and portions of the fees get sent to the burn. Okay, now you're taking that Titano that you came out with from post taxes, and you're going to put it into Betswirl. Okay, yeah, somebody's making fun of me. Everybody makes fun of me how I say Titano. But then you take your Titano tokens, you put it into Betswirl. Okay, so if you lose, a portion of that is now getting sent to the burn. But say you win, okay, now you want to take your chances over here to the lottery. Well, a portion of that's going to get burned. And then, so John, if you do win the lottery, do you get that lump sum, or is part of that pot like distributed amongst a burn wallet or anything like, or do you get like whatever we see here on the website?
No, you get what you see on the website. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool. So you get the total, like right now, of $3,700. That's not like as soon as whoever gets the actual pot, that 3,700 isn't like distributed amongst like the treasury, a burn wall, anything like that. That's the actual amount you're going to receive.
yeah, that's right. I believe that's right. Yes.
Got you. And then the final thing I want to touch on is, this is a really cool thing I'm glad the team put on here. I just noticed this. If you go to the lottery, you see right here, total burn this round. That is pretty cool. We actually get to see the actual ramifications of this lottery, that every single round we get to see how much is actually taken out to the circulating supply. So I'm just hyped, and look at that. My camera is so much full of hype it turned off, but I'm just really, really taken back by how cool everything kind of works together. And I really, really wanted to emphasize that.
Yeah, it's you're absolutely right. And if you look at the way they've built this, these are the steps you have to go through. You know, we've had some bumps along the way. I think there was a Titan that spoke out earlier saying, you know, you guys, you have to hold up your hands sometimes and say you've made mistakes. And actually the devs have, you know, we have the whole way along. We've said, okay, that didn't go very well, but it could have gone better. And then the market has hurt us as well. And, you know, we could have reacted better, but we're here now. Everything that we said, everything the devs said they'd do, they've done, you know, and that's always the key. At the end of the day, are the devs still in the room? That's what I ask when it comes to a DeFi project. Are the devs there with you? Are they in the boat with you? Are they on the journey with you? And they are. You'll know because you're in the staff channel, but they're there every day.
Yeah.
They're answering questions
Man.
every day.
Speaking of the staff channel, okay, guys, listen, because yesterday was supposed to be the day that this announcement was bro. Everybody had their eyes glued to this little loading screen
Yeah.
for everything to be implemented on. Is it the blockchain, or like what was that loading screen? I don't even. I'm not a DeFi person when it comes to that. What was that?
Oh, it was the Betswirl. Their screen.
Okay, so yeah, for them to actually like implement it onto the everything, right? There was a
Yes.
loading screen. We were sitting here because I forgot, I think it was either John or somebody dropped the link, and we're all sitting here. It went from like 93%, and then it took like 6 hours to go to 97%, and we're sitting here like, bro, it's gonna bleed into the next day. They're gonna be like, why the heck is this announcement? That's why it took an extra day. Is it had nothing to do with the team. We're sitting here looking at this loading screen. It just took forever.
It did. It just took forever. I think it was, in total, they had to sync something in the region of 18 million blocks, and the first 90% were done so quickly. We really hoped, you know, we'd hit those the target, but it just slowed down, and we just sat there watching it like molasses, just glued to it, all of us. And you know, credit to the community. They were really supportive. Everyone was out there supporting each other, hyping each other up, and giving us a little break yesterday, because we wanted it to go out. We desperately did, and it did in the end. So we got there in the end.
Yep, absolutely. Now, speaking of Titan news, the third major announcement, right before we get into Titan Focus, so that way we can have you step off stage here. We can go into a little bit more stuff. The third announcement. All right. So we got 209 people. So we broke 200. That was basically my goal. So we can break 200 and make sure let's get 209 likes here, people. We got 163 right now. Blow up that like button. So John, do you want to announce to everybody what is the third major announcement we're going to be dropping here right now?
Okay. We are delighted to announce. Does it sound like an Oscar presentation?
You're delighted.
I'm delighted to announce that we have started to implement the buybacks and burns. This is a huge
And
moment. You know, we've been
a
waiting for.
huge request, a huge request. That was probably the biggest request, right?
Yes, it's the biggest one.
Look, look at this. Somebody already said, "Oh my God, it's happening."
It's happening. It's happening. And you
Yep.
know, I completely sympathize. We all at the team, we've been saying it for weeks. Please, guys, can we have these buybacks and burns? And the devs, credit to them, they've done the right thing. You know, it hurts at the time because you want it to happen. All of us want it to happen. We want it to happen for the community. We want it to happen to support the price. But the devs did the right thing. The market tanked. They held on to the right currency at the time. They waited to release the two big things that we've released, right? So the lottery Betswirl partnership, it came into action today. You're seeing the burns kick in already, and now we can market the news. And that is when you want to start the buyback bot, and that's what it is. So from here on in, it's automated, guys. So it's on now. It's on. It started doing little buys, but I believe the idea is that during this week now, we've already tested it, but during this week now, it will be fully running to coincide with all the marketing that we're going to do. It has to come at this time because what we want is not for people to go, oh, you know, nothing's happening here, I'm going to leave. It's bumped up at 10%. You know, it's gone from half a cent to 0.55 cents. That's not what we want. We want people to realize that we're building, we're marketing, we're pushing the price up as the marketing goes out so that everyone can see that this is a vibrant, active protocol that the devs are working, and we're gonna do everything we can to you know, keep people here, not just the people that are here, but the people that come along with the new marketing.
Absolutely. Now let's get into Titan Focus. All right. Now Titan Focus, what Titan Focus is and what I made it for is, you know, every single time we have AMAs or something, usually we just brain dump a ton of information to everybody. It kind of gets overwhelming. Sometimes it gets a little broad, but people really just want to like one or two specific things that, you know, the team is doing and stuff like that. So for this week going forward, John, what is the team working on now that they implemented lottery, now that they implemented Betswirl, now that they just announced how they're doing the algorithmic buybacks randomly and stuff? What is the next big thing that they are like now they're getting their 6 hours of sleep, because I know these people are probably working back to back. What's that next big thing that they're working on so that way it progresses them next week?
You know, the funny thing is that every time I've said this, I think I've said this before, but every it's one of my favorite sayings, but every question, right, you answer, or every road you take leads to 1,000 more questions, 1,000 more
Yep.
answers. And it's in doing these two new things, they've opened a whole new world of questions, things to do. So they're definitely getting no more sleep. There's no more sleep for them ever. They are working flat out. In the coming week, we've been discussing other partnerships. This is not the only one. Betswirl is not the only one. It is one of many. And all those negotiations are ongoing. We're quite close to finalizing more. On top
Okay.
of that, this week is, like I said, a big marketing week. So we're working with the team. Been working with them to recruit more people to the team. And I'm actually going to talk to you about this afterwards, Austin. So this is a chat for us, but talking about more content,
Nice.
more images, more graphics, more videos. We're going to put this out there, and so that requires more people, right? It can't just be done by with the people we've got. We're already overloaded. Everyone knows you're
Right,
working
right.
incredibly hard. David and I and the team, everyone in the community is working incredibly hard. So we're getting more people on board, and that requires a little time, but we already have that in motion, and they're coming on board in the next week. That includes marketing people, that includes graphics people, video makers, creatives, you know, those kind of people. We desperately need those, and they're all on board. They've been brought in the past few weeks to prepare for this moment. So again, you know, when we say soon, it's because we have to line things up, and
Yeah.
we're pretty much there for this phase of what we're doing. So yes, this week is focused on finalizing some marketing, finalizing some partnerships, and continuing with developing those other lines of partnerships that we have going. The guys have quite a few things they're developing with Betswirl, but other things for the website in this coming week. It won't be released this week, but that's what they're focusing on this week.
Gotcha. And then just to emphasize, guys, because I know lately it's been like with the lottery and Betsworld stuff, it's been like soon, 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 week. But now that you guys seen how careful the team has been as far as implementing this and everything, now we can, because I tell people this all the time, right? Like I care more about the actions of developers than I do what their hair looks like or what color their eyes they are, whatever. And this is where we can really see, right, that the team just keeps delivering on their promises. Yeah, sometimes it gets delayed. I'm not a developer. I'm not a tech guy, but I know in the tech world, that's a pretty normal thing, right? Things to just deadlines to be pushed back. It sucks. I know I'm an investor too. I hate seeing that, but it is what it is. And now that we see they're still, talking about all these partnerships and stuff they're doing this week, that's a really cool thing to just constantly be fed this information that they're going to be implementing stuff that's just going to further help the protocol. So now that the main last thing before I have you off here, John, I just want to get a few answers from the community because again, I'm not a part of the core team. I'm not in the know of all these questions. That's why I like having John, David, Summit, people on here that can answer these sneaky squirrel questions that I have no news about. The first one that I wanted to ask, but I could not find, as you were talking, I could not find the person that asked this within the live chat because it was so far ahead. But one thing that I wanted to get John for you to answer is with the decks. Now that we have all this implemented, is there any plans maybe in the next week or two to have these new projects that you want to partner with on being listed on the decks? Do we have just a timeline on listings for the decks other than obviously Titano?
Honestly, no. We don't have a timeline on that, but we to see David's handling a lot of the vetting of the projects at the early stage. Then they go in and the team is looking at them as a whole. Bringing the projects on board isn't the issue. It's really about getting the information out in piecemeal, so that, for example, this week we brought out two big things. We wanted to bring them out a couple of weeks ago, so everything just gets pushed back a little bit. Right now, as I mentioned, our focus is on marketing first. Let's get this spinning. Let's get it working really well, and then moving forward, we can then add those people. But they're there. We just have to get things moving in the right way.
Right.
Just to touch on this though, Marty, Rob, and Julius are actually finalizing some new features for Switch, which they plan to launch in the first couple of weeks of July. So that's just a teaser for you. And that's really, so to give you an idea, these are the kind of things they're looking at, and these are the kind of timelines. So they want to bring those things in before they bring other people to the party, as it were.
Right. Gotcha. Cool. So we got JE here. JE says, who picked the $5 for a ticket? So like basically maybe not who, but like why was the $5 mark like established versus like $1, $10, whatever? Like what was the reasoning behind $5?
I actually don't have the answer for that. I can definitely ask. I'll ask Marty. He probably knows the answer to that, but I don't, I'm afraid.
Gotcha. Okay. And then we got Judah144. They said, what about people who made bets and didn't know the minimum was changed? The 5K minimum was automatically selected after betting lower amounts.
Yeah. So that's an issue which came up today, right? During the
initial launch.
Yeah. So yeah, it's tricky. I mean, that was instigated by Betswirl, so we found that out afterwards as well. I think the issue was that in case you don't know, Betswirl employs Chainlink to process the bets to make sure that they're completely fair, and each bet costs them money. And what they realized early on is that some of the very low bets were costing everyone money, so it doesn't help anyone. So I think they put that in, and we just have to follow what they put in there, unfortunately. But yeah, there was one other issue as well to do with bets stalling. I think there was some clogging at one point. People were saying that Titano broke Betswirl. It wasn't entirely true, but that got fixed as well. On the first issue, obviously it's not nice that people found out afterwards. I hope it didn't affect too many people. I'll certainly go back to the team and see how the conversation went with Betswirl. But yes, it wasn't something we had any control over, and they've now
It was more
implemented.
of like Betswirl's end than
Yeah, it
Titano's.
was, and it was, I think they had to do it quickly because there was so much coming in, and everyone was losing money from their side, and it just didn't work out. So they had to implement a minimum to make it feasible to carry on. I think the teams are in conversation, so I can't really say much more than that at the moment. But yeah, what can you do? It's one of
Gotcha.
those early teething problems, I think.
Right. Yeah. You're going to have some type of problem, right? There's never going to be like this perfect launch where everything goes, everything goes great. We all know that. We got Spyros here. Spyros says sports betting industry is huge and will definitely be a game changer. And just to add to that for a question, is there possibilities in the future with this Betswirl for there to be sports betting? Because I know a lot of people were asking about that.
Yeah, I believe so. I've heard a lot of talk of this, and I've seen. I shouldn't say I've seen. I may have seen the devs talk about this. So
Ooh,
there
nice.
are plans to do a rollout of all types of games of chance, and why not? Because they bring so many eyes to the project. They bring so much. People enjoy it. It's fun, right? And it really adds up to the burns. So yeah, whatever we can do, we're going to plug it in. Like I said, it's modular. We're going to bring it to Titano for you guys.
Gotcha. And then Terry here, just wrapping up. Terry here says, since we're hoping to get a lot of new Titans, any chance on fixing the ordinal number problem on the site? It says first, second, third. What are they referring to? Do you know what they're referring to?
Oh, okay. I think yeah. So when people say Firth,
Firth, Firth.
is it? Have they written that on the site? Let me have a quick look. I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah,
But it's
I'm not sure what, but I was just wanting to
not
make sure
sure
you guys
where,
knew because I don't know.
I'm
I
not
don't know
sure
where
where
that
that
may
is,
be.
but if it's there, let us know. And yes, we'll definitely fix it. We have a list of UI things that we do want to go over. Obviously, we try and attack the big items first, big ticket items first, and we'll come back to that. But in my book, that's a big ticket item because those things kill me.
Yeah.
And it's with the apostrophe, and you kill me. The grammar kills me. So definitely, we'll get around to that.
All right, John, last question before we have you off the stage. And I need to hear this. Somebody said in the chat, and this is amazing. So, are you a TikToker by any chance? Do you
Me?
partake in the TikToks?
I've seen some, yes. Well, I've seen
Okay.
quite a lot recently because we're working with some. Oh, we might be working with some TikTokers. I give away far too much on this show.
So we got somebody in the chat. This is amazing. Just Justin says, "Can John say my money don't jiggle jiggle?
Wow.
It folds."
Oh my goodness.
Let's
Okay.
hear it.
Okay. My money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds.
Bro,
Is that what you
that
want?
sounds so. I didn't even put the connection together. You sound just like the TikTok.
Really? I have no idea
Yes.
who that is.
You don't
Amazing.
you've never heard of the song?
No, I've not. I've not. I don't know what this is.
Oh man, okay. Right after this, you have to go and just literally Google "my money don't jiggle jiggle." You sound just like the guy. Look at this. Everybody in the chats, yes, you nailed it. Yes, you
Oh,
sound
oh
just like it.
dear. I feel like I've done something now, which is probably a mistake. Oh dear. Um,
Hey, this is why this is a podcast. We have fun here.
well, you're having fun. um, good stuff.
All right, John. Well, any last words to let the Titan community know before you hop off?
Yeah, just as always, thank you so much for being there. Thank you for supporting us. As you can see, the devs, they're here. They're working really hard. It's been a tough few weeks, a tough couple of months for most of us with the market and with the Titano price. But you can see they're here. They're working. We're building, And it's a real business, guys. This is not just a fly-by-night DeFi protocol that's, that you've seen so often. This is a real business. The guys are thinking strategically, logically, rationally, and they're building a team with your good self there, providing some amazing content here, some amazing moderators, incredible community, fantastic content creators. Thank you everyone for being involved. The devs aren't going to let you down. They're working incredibly hard, and they're going to keep going. One other thing I'll say as well, just to keep in mind, sometimes we say soon, and they're trying their best to get it out on time, but please keep in mind that we're not working in a vacuum. That sometimes the people that we're working with, some of the influencers, some of the projects, some of the actual service providers, sometimes they disappear as well during these moments, and they're struggling as well. And I cannot tell you, but we've had a few that have just disappeared off the face of the earth because I don't know, it's not an easy time for everyone. So that said, we really appreciate it. We extra appreciate you all for this. During these times, sticking by us. So thank you again, Austin, and thank you everyone for being here.
Absolutely. And John, I just wanted to let you know this is it right here.
Money don't jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, for sure.
That's the song.
Oh dear, I definitely need this call right now before I have to. Thanks so much. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm off.
All right, see you later, John.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Man, guys, that was great. Yes. Oh, so the only other thing that I wanted to share with you all before we wrap up this Titan talk is I just wanted to kind of go through because a couple people were like, "Hey, yeah, copyright." Well, this is why a Titan talk isn't moderated yet, right? So or monetized, not moderated, monetized yet. So we don't even have to worry about that. But the only other thing was a couple people were requesting, "Hey, Austin, could you kind of just run through Betswirl and CoinFlip?" And now stick around because we got 204 people watching right now. Let's see how many likes we got on this video. We got 192, so make sure you drop a like if you found like value in this live stream. So I ask all 204 of you tomorrow on Operation Give Back, my live stream on my personal YouTube channel. Literally, if you guys don't know me, I'm Austin Clark. Literally search Austin Clark on the YouTube channel and you will find my YouTube channel. I go live every single Sunday where we give money back to people. We have fun. We talk about crypto and chill. And I will actually do some actual Betswirl gambling, okay, live on the live stream. But real quick, if we go here, this is what the website is. It looks really nice put together. You can adjust. So this is on the dice one where you can adjust how you want your odds to be. So say I put in, let's go to Titano here, right? So say I put in, say 5,000 Titano. That's the minimum, right? That's around $85 right now. And I want to make a 3% return on my money. So let's just get close to 3 there. So we got 3.02. So if I want to get that, my odds of winning 3.02% right now is a 32% chance. Obviously, 3.5% goes to the house edge if I win. And then I literally just, there'll be a roll button here after I connect my wallet. And that's it. And then we got the coin toss. If it'll load here. That was coin toss. There we go. That was dice. There we go. Yeah, we're on it. Oh my goodness. My computer's flipping out. I clicked this like 3 times. That's why it's doing that. There we go. So we're on coin toss, and you literally just click heads or tails. We're on BNB. Let's go to Titano. We got the little Titano symbol. That's pretty cool. And then right now you can do that. You put your little Titano tokens in here, 5,000, and then you literally flip it, right? So that's pretty cool. I think that's you get to like you choose heads or tails. And that's the only 2 games on Betswirl right now. I'm a pretty big fan of roulette. I love roulette. So I'm really excited to see when that one gets up. I don't know what Fruit Party is. I don't know how in the world that's a gambling game. We'll see what Fruit Party is. But that's kind of the overview of Betswirl. And of course, we just launched, like I said, let's go over here to lottery. We just launched the lottery. And let's see, the Titano lottery is that currently 62,000. The price pot is 3,700 right now. Obviously, you got a little winning numbers here. I've never won a lottery ticket. But that's really cool, right? $5 per lottery ticket. Like he said, a percentage goes to the burn wallet. I think 12% goes to the burn wallet. A very small percentage goes to the treasury, and the rest you actually go to buy your tickets. So really, really cool concept. Let's see. Johnny says fruit party. Would anybody like to just let me know what in the world fruit party is? I don't even know what fruit party would even be. Oh, selected investment says it's a slot. Okay, so you got slots. Okay, so you got a little bit of everything. You got the flipping of the coins, you got dice, you got slots, and you got roulette. Okay, so the main big ones here. Let's see. Yes, everybody listen to A-Bars K. Smash the like button. Yes, absolutely. So I guess Fruit Party will be like Candy Crush or Simulator. Yeah, so selected investments. Shout out to them, buddy. They said it's a slot. But yes, like I said, guys, I will see you tomorrow on my personal YouTube channel. If you go to Austin Clark YouTube, let me share my screen for everybody. Whoever doesn't know who I am, it's this right here, Austin Clark. And I go live every single Sunday. Tomorrow, we're going to give away some money. We're going to have fun gambling. We're going to have a really good time. So I will see you guys over there, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until next time, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching another amazing episode of Titan Talk. If you have any other questions whatsoever, please make sure you go into the Discord, into the Telegram. I'm sure the mods will be happy to help you out. And y'all be kind to each other. Have a great day. Have a better tomorrow. And I will see you all later. Have a great day, guys.
Can you remember any of the rap that you did? My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. Make you wanna dribble dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it. 6'2" in a compact, no slack. But luckily the seats go back. I got a nectar.